going to do this evening is we found some get-to-know-me questions online, and there's tons of them. We're just going to pick some random ones and ask them to each other. Give the answers so you can get to know us a little better. I'll go with the first question and put on my eyeballs. What skill would you most like to learn? That you have a lot of them already, but what is a skill that you don't already know that you would like to learn?
A skill that I don't already know that I would like to learn would probably be just have more experience and knowledge of vehicles, basically. Working on cars and things.
Okay, now you pick a question and ask me a question. You can scroll around if you need to.
What makes you unique?
What makes me unique? I'm not a typical girly girl, but that's not unique. I think I'm rare in a lot of cases, but I don't really think I'm unique. I think everybody out there can do the same things I can do. Everybody out there can say the things I can say. My fingerprints. I mean, that's the only thing that makes me unique. I'm not anything special by no means. My turn. Who is your hero?
My hero would be my father, Jimmy Mills. He's just instilled so many good. He was such a good influence, a hard worker. He just influenced me in so many different ways, especially with a lot of the skills I have. He was a big influence. Excuse me. He was a big influence in my life of me learning things and having more of a drive in my life to do things and learn things. And he's just having good moral values too. He was just a good influence in my life, period. So he would be my hero.
Oh, he's one of mine too. Okay, you got to ask me.
Okay, aside from necessities, what one thing could you not go a day without?
Coffee is a necessity. Prayer. I pray every day, and I'm not trying to brag or say I'm the best Christian, because I am not. But prayer, I could not go a day without prayer. I could not go a day without prayer. What is something that you're looking forward to in the next 5 years?
Well, one thing I'm looking forward to in the next 5 years is I just want to have more family interaction, stronger bonds. All right, what is the strangest food you've ever eaten?
I don't eat strange foods. I don't eat strange squid
Okay.
or whatever, calamari. That's about as strange as
That's
I'm gonna
good.
get. I don't eat strange food. I do not eat strange food. Chicken and shrimp. I eat a lot of chicken and a lot of shrimp. No. If you could choose one superpower, I've heard him say this so many times. If you could choose one superpower, what would it be?
My one superpower would be to control time and space to where I could redo something and then fast forward or reverse, kind of like a remote control.
Yeah.
That would be my.
I thought you were going to say that you could have one of those laser beams to shoot people on the road, because you say that all the time.
No, that's not a good one. That's like my villain side. We don't want to. go there?
Okay, you get to ask me a question.
Okay. Okay, what actor would you choose to play you in a biopic?
None of them. No one. I'm not a fan of Hollywood. There's no one I would choose to play me
Okay.
because there ain't nobody good enough. I wouldn't choose it. I wouldn't choose that. My turn. That's a horrible question.
Well, we just cut that one out.
What is something you did as a teenager that makes you cringe now?
As a teenager. I don't know, I was such a good teenager. Let me think.
Were you real clean?
Yeah, I was real clean.
You kept your room clean? You
I
didn't
know,
wear dirty socks?
Okay, here's something
Boys
that-
are nasty.
Here's something that made me cringe when I was a teenager. Apparently, I started losing my hair at a really early age. I had to come to grips with my baldness, but I noticed I had a lot of hair loss at a younger age, so I think I kind of started noticing it in my later, like, around 18. And it was it'd make you want to cringe because when you're a young man, you don't, that's something that really kind of bugs you. But then I finally just accepted it and embraced it, and hey, it was fine.
Mhm. Your wife loves it.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. What is the most awkward situation you have ever found yourself in? Next. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I can't say them because they're horrible.
Well, we'll just go with something
So,
else. All
yeah,
right.
pick another question. I can't answer that one. I had a bad past.
What is one of the most dumbest ways you've ever injured yourself?
Before we moved here, I was working on we rented a house in the city in Millington, and we were building a rabbit hutch and chicken coop, like a combination, hutch coop combination. And I was out there working on something, and when I swung the hammer, it bounced back and hit me in the nose. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It blacked my eye.
It was close to your eye. It was actually scary.
It was, yeah, it almost put my eye out, and it was the claw part that
Yeah.
bounced back and hit me. It was very scary.
Yeah, that was more scary.
Okay. What's your favorite way to waste time? You said time is important. What's the one way you like to indulge yourself and waste some time?
Well, I like to play video games pretty much. Kind of a video game person. So, yeah, sometimes to me, just sometimes wasting time and playing video games, I just can kind of not think about anything, just kind of zone out. So that would probably be my number one, I guess.
And I want to say, he does not play them often, and he always asks me, do I mind if he plays before he does. So I'm very thankful. If you marry a gamer, I probably married one of the most polite ones to ask, that he asks.
Well, usually we don't have that much time anyway,
Yeah,
extra
he doesn't
time.
have a lot of wasted time.
All right. When you were younger, or even just throughout your life, what would you say would be one of the worst outfits you ever wore?
The worst outfit that I ever wore was at 9 years old. I was in a church play called The Little Christmas Lamb, and I was the character Christy, the orphan girl, and I had this orphan dress. Really, I had a little boyfriend at school. His mom had handmade this dress, and it was a hideous dress, but I would never want to hurt someone's feelings. But at the time, we didn't really have a costume for that play, and it was up to our parents to make us our own costumes. My mom knew that we weren't wearing that dress, so she sewed some patchwork pockets onto it, and I wore that dress, and I was mortified that I had that dress on, that someone had given me as a gift. The play actually was about a little orphan girl who had no gift to give. So it was a moment I won't forget. And it really was an ugly dress. But I know that his mom really tried, and that was all that he had to give me.
It's humbling.
It was a very humbling experience for me. If you could live anywhere in the world, anywhere in the whole world, where would you choose to live?
Let's see, anywhere in the whole world, where would I choose to live? That's a tough one, because there's so many nice places to the world. Let's see. I would probably like to live somewhere like in Ireland or Scotland, one of the two. It's just very green, it looks lush when you see pictures of it, and just seems really like, you know, it just kind of, what's the word I was going to use? It seems just beautiful. Probably pick Ireland or Scotland, one of the two. Okay, is there, have you ever, well, let's see, could you ever say there's any kind of book that you've ever read that you felt maybe changed your life?
Well, a book that helped me in my religious struggle. I grew up a Pentecostal preacher's kid, and life happened, and we got out of the church, and so I really struggled with basis of religion and heaven and hell and right and wrong and what it takes to get to heaven, and I really, really struggled with that. And one of the books that helped me most was a book called A Journey of a Lifetime by Larry Booker. It was it helped me understand a lot more, a lot better.
All right.
What was the first concert that you ever attended?
I was, this will take you back because it's a long time ago. The first concert I ever attended was in a Memphis in May, or I guess it was more like the fairgrounds in Memphis. And it was, had all types of different artists, but it was actually Charlie Daniels was playing Memphis in May, and that was my very first concert. It was a very good concert. All right. Is there anything that you can think of that it just makes you the happiest? Anything?
Sunshine.
Yeah, that's a good one. Sunshine makes me happy too.
It makes me very, very happy. I love when the sun shines.
Yep, everybody's feeling that now, wishing for some sunshine.
Shine down on me. What movie could you quote by heart?
What movie could I quote by heart? Let's see.
Mine's Norbit.
Let's see.
And Nacho Libre.
Yeah, that would probably be me too. Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Okay, your turn.
All right. What would be 3 words you think best describes you? If you could only use 3 words, what would they be?
Humility, passion, and busy.
All right, that sounds good. I can relate to that.
If you won the lottery, what's the first thing you would do?
If I won the lottery, the first thing I would actually do is take a vacation. We're so busy, I'd probably take a vacation. Okay. If you, out of all the animals in the whole world, what would you say would be your favorite animal? Or one that you think about as,
My favorite wild animal
okay.
would be a possum. Would be my favorite wild animal. Because I don't have a favorite animal. I love all of them, most of them. But the wild animals, a possum.
I thought it'd be an elephant, but
I like elephants,
yeah.
but I really like possums too.
Okay.
It's something I see often. I don't see elephants often, but I think a possum would be my favorite wild animal. My favorite domestic animal is the dog. Period. Period.
There she is.
Yeah, you hear her tapping. Yeah, you sweet girl. Okay. That was my question.
Yeah.
You asked me that.
Lay down.
What is your favorite season and why?
Let's see. I would say my favorite season would actually be spring. I like moderate conditions. Summer seems to get really, really hot at points, and it just seems sometimes too hot. So I would say my favorite season would be spring, and that's where everything is blooming, and it seems like it's like after the winter time, and it's like it feels like
New life.
new life. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What is your favorite summer activity?
Swimming. Swimming. Being in the pool. Being in the pool is my favorite activity, period, I think. I would live in that swimming pool if I could live in the swimming pool.
It's very therapeutic, also.
Helps my back. Do you have a favorite sport? I know you're not a huge sports fan, but which I'm glad of. But do you have a favorite sport?
I really like, as far as sports to play, as far as if I'm playing a sport, I've always liked soccer, playing soccer. I played it in high school and I really enjoyed it. As far as a sport to watch, I like watching boxing and UFC.
Okay.
What is your, what would you say would be your favorite way to spend an afternoon? A sunny afternoon.
Is it what it says, a sunny afternoon?
No, I just did that in there.
My favorite way to spend an afternoon is gardening. And every year on Mother's Day, they ask me what I want for Mother's Day, and I say, I just want y'all to help me in the garden. I think it's happened once. But I'm going to ask for that every Mother's
It's
Day.
slowly evolving.
No, it hasn't. All right. If you could speak to one deceased person for 30 minutes, who would it be? And what would you say to them? It could be anybody.
If I could speak to my grandmother, Katie, my grandmother Katie, I would want to just tell her how much of an influence she was in my life, and what a classy person she was, and what a loving and caring person she was. And just, I'd like to tell her that, just because I think when I was younger, you just don't say those kind of things until you get older and you reflect on it. And it's
Okay. Ask me one more question.
okay. If you had anything that you could improve on, what would it be?
If I could improve on anything,
Anything in your life that you could improve on, what would it be?
my biggest thing that needs improving is time management. We stay so busy, and sometimes I have to cancel plans, or I have to put things off that need to be done right away because we have so much to do. If I learn to manage my time more wisely, then I can fit more things in. I can do more if I
I feel like that sometimes too. A lot of people struggle with that.
So we're done with the questions.
Yep.
And if you have any questions for us, put them in the comments
Yes.
and we'll answer those. Thank y'all for being with us this evening. Thank you for supporting our channel. Share.
Yep,
Share
please
our
Give
channel
us
with your
thumbs up.
friends. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Y'all have a good night.
Yep, God bless.